Okay, there's a lot of videos about fake POAs, okay? And this makes me tell more of my story. My husband went to jail for charges against him. I went to Michigan. And I went to Michigan because we moved to Lumberton and I didn't feel right. There was something just not right. So I went to Michigan for Christmas. And while I was in Michigan, I got a call from a DSS worker. And I've told this story before on my other channels. And they didn't get out. They didn't get out. So I'm going to tell it again, and I'm going to keep telling it. I got a call from a DSS worker. And come to find out, she wasn't even a real DSS worker. She couldn't be found in the system. Well, this DSS worker told me that my daughter and my grandson needed to be taken to the doctor. Okay? Due to child abuse. Okay? We'll put it that way. I'm trying to be careful about what I say because, yeah. I'm really scared because the things I'm fixing to point out scares me because I know I'm dealing with elite people. And most of my videos don't get out anyways. We seem to have blocked them. But I'm putting it out there anyways. During all this, I was very harassed. Very harassed. And I had a truck that I had bought. Well, we had bought, me and my husband, and given it to my daughter. My daughter didn't like it. It was too big. So I was driving it in Michigan. And one of the reasons I had stayed in Michigan because I got a text saying, if you know what's good for you, you need to stay in Michigan, you and your daughter, to keep yourself safe, don't come back, yada, 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 yada. So basically threatening texts, which I still have. I still have all these texts that I received from a woman called Grace Bowman, who is dead, by the way. She's a dead woman. But anyways, she sent me these texts, which we know she didn't do it. Somebody else did. And I needed to get the truck legal. My brother was going to buy it, and I was going to buy something smaller. So I needed a POA because the truck was not in my name. It was in my husband's name. Now, mind you, during this time, my bank cards were shut off. Money was moved around in my bank accounts. And it wasn't me doing all the money moving. We had just gotten taxes back. And I did withdraw $3,000 out of the bank account. That's all I was managed to get out. And of that $3,000, I used $1,000 of it to get into a house. So me and my daughter had a place to live. And the rest of it went to pay house payments to Lumberton. Now, I got sent a POA, okay? I took the POA to the bank in Michigan to get the title notarized so my brother could, buy the car. the truck. Now, when I received the POA, I took it to the bank, and the bank took it to their lawyer, and it wasn't real. It's a fake POA. Now, the reason I say it's a fake POA is because you see the seal. A real seal should be raised, okay? This is not raised. It's just ink on a paper. Now, I received this in the mail with, now this is supposed to be an official law firm, but as you can see, we whited out this is all whited out, okay? And here, we taped it with tape. Now, how professional does that really look? How many law firms do that? I'm going to say none. I mean, if you're professional and you're going to get a new envelope, okay? You're going to get a new envelope if you're truly a professional law firm. You're going to get a new envelope. And why would we tape the back of it like that? Why would the back of it be taped like that? Now, I don't know if the law firm truly sent me this paperwork, or if this paperwork was sent by somebody else. I don't know. I couldn't get the truck notarized. I ended up having to send the title to my husband's mother for her to get it notarized. But she had all control. The POA she had, it worked to shut off phones, to close bank accounts, to do all these things. But the POA I had wouldn't even allow me access to paying my own phone bill. I had to get a whole new phone. Things that make you go, And I'm speaking on this now because I'm done. I'm done. I've been harassed enough. And I'm really tired of being harassed. I'm really tired of my YouTube being messed with. Now, I don't know who started all this stuff, but I can say that ever since me and my husband got together, I have always received text from fake people claiming my husband to do this, that, and the third. And whether or not he was doing those things, that's not on me. That's not on me. That's between him and God. But to have text coming from a dead woman telling me to stay in Michigan and keep me and my daughters safe, those are kind of threatening. The lady said she was a DSS worker and would make my life a living hell. Well, my life has already been a living hell. It already has been. So how much more of a living hell can you make it when me and my daughter has been through homelessness? We have lost everything we own. We now live with my daughter, my older daughter, and we own 2 totes of clothes and some books. She no longer has any toys. During this process, my husband's family went to our home and got some of my journals. Now, whether or not they did it or it was done before they got the journals, I don't know. But all the pages were ripped out of my journals. And I have proof of that too. In fact, I've done videos on that. But nobody wants to listen. So here we are. And I'm going to keep speaking out because I'm tired. Again, I'm tired. I don't mess with anybody. I don't care what people try to do anymore. All I try to do is love God and live my life taking care of my family. I'm not harassing anybody. I'm not causing problems for anybody. But problems get caused for me all the time. I have had my DoorDash messed with. I have had cases, and I have proof of that too. I can dig in this little bag and show you where cases that were closed from me speeding like 15 years ago were opened back up during this time, during this 2022, were opened back up. So it made it hard for me to get a job because when they go to run a report on me, a background check, it shows up me having speeding tickets and all this court proceedings that were closed. It cost me $50 to get the court proceedings proof that they were closed 15 years ago. Who has the power to do that? And why are we messing in someone's life so bad? What is this all really about? I'm a nobody. I don't have crap. So what is this all really about? I think it has to do with some money. But that's my opinion. I think it has to do with money that I'm not supposed to have. But I really am. But what do I know? Maybe they're just harassing me because, hey, we can. Nah, I think not. There's got to be a reason. There's got to be a reason.